No, they, yeah, we were both just kind of laughing between after the first map because we were both buckling in for a long, grinded out 3-map series. And I mean, look, maybe we still get 3 maps, but that first one, NaVi just cruised. blameF has got the opening kill. Simple doesn't initially clear, but he does react in time. farlig doesn't even hit him. Config with 1 kill. Bit goes down. Xyp9x. Locker room windows, but blameF has already made it up top. He missed that timing, and Config falls. He tries to get a little bit more aggressive, make a play to bring it back a little bit more even, and now Xyp9x position is known as well. Simple takes a few shots at him, and this is awkward. No way for glaive and Xyp9x to get working together. They're both under some pressure right now. Xyp9x just by gunfire, glaive due to his positioning, his play on the map. Bombs being planted as we speak.
glaive swinging around. Good catch onto Electronic. That's going to give them 1. Xyp9x still trying to do battle outside and get toward the bomb site, but he's completely cordoned off because he's got a player in the garage. He's got one of the lockers. His only sense of coverage is that blue box. He needs to get away from that to be less predictably placed, but Perfecto runs him down and round over. He's the last to die. I was going to say the last surviving, but none of them did. And as a result, we already have 1-0 for NaVi. Big bad boom with 3 that time.
Yeah, he was. Sorry, I was looking at the interaction. Electronic. Stanley, your microphone's not working, bro. Config with the 1 kill, but mostly just in desperation, trying to make something happen after they've lost 2 players. So the nightmare continues. The terror from NaVi continues. farlig at $1,000 in the bank. Everyone's upgraded pistols on the Astralis side, but farlig has declined to get armor, so he can save up for the AWP. Electronic, some early damage from the nades. And Simple is going to find a couple kills over towards ramp room. And that's going to be 1-0, or it's going to be 2-0 when all is said and done in the favor of NaVi.
blameF, Deagle is inside of the big garage, but so far inside of it that he's actually watching back to his spawn, and that's not going to be doing anything for holding outside. So he swings back around to spot 1 at the box. That only just summons another to come out from the annex, though, and surely his time now numbered. They know where he is. So the armor and the Deagle at risk, and NaVi will go up 2-0.
Ooh.
Why? You love to see that. It's
spicy.
Can I have his Deagle? Mine never does that.
Mine doesn't either.
I would have like ricocheted the bullet back and hit me somehow.
Yeah. Been there.
It would have been like that guy that experimented. Yeah, please, can I have his Deagle? The guy that experimented with the 3D printed gun, and when he shot it, it just like exploded in his hand or whatever.
I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, well, guy didn't really think things through, did he?
Oh, the nade smoke is going to make that one a bit more difficult, but still, all being said, he almost got Perfecto down as well, so great damage done. Great damage done to the economy of NaVi, but they're going to be able to shake it off. This was the round that really was the danger, and this next one, Astralis can't really invest a whole lot. A few more Deagles picked up, but no armor behind it, so here we go, 2-0. NaVi just demolishing Astralis on their map pick to start the series. Now you have to go to a very, very strong and comfortable map for NaVi if you're Astralis to try and extend this series. Electronic gonna spam through the smoke as he crouch slides. He's gonna make it all the way across. Position on the map that we have enjoyed watching him play over the years. He's so good outside on Nuke.
Yeah, Nuke's, it's become like the middle ground of the map pool. We talked about the I know that I use the same terminology, the middle ground maps, but things like Inferno and Mirage that end up being late in series because they're kind of stalemates between them. Nuke used to be at the extreme end where it was kind of a permaban for everyone. Now it just kind of floats in the pool. It just kind of is either there or it's left out. It's not usually banned. It's interesting to think that because for a long time, I know, not necessarily relevant to right now, but if you're a newer fan, you even go back to 1.6, it was like the most one-sided map. People hated it. Some teams really liked it, obviously. Someone's got to like it, but it was not the go-to, that's for sure. Now I think it's become very, very good the way it plays. And I love it because it is, I mean, Vertigo obviously now as well, but it is one of the only maps with multiple levels, which is very difficult to design for obvious reasons. Gravity is very one-directional.
Yeah. Oh, simple.
What a statement.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my, why has that done that to us? blameF. I love when I try and sound smart.
Oh, Jesus. Well, Simple is, he's in a mood today. I think he's having a celebration that he's got his big boy Boomich back in action in the lineup here at ESL Pro League, because he is a monster, just walking into entry kills everywhere he goes. 3-on-3. There is a kit on config. Low HP, and Simple's gonna hide behind the doors. Do they want to go for it, Astralis? This is a lot of economy to put into a retake early on in the game. You could lose so much. They're hoping, oh, they know he's there, and they don't want to move forward. So Astralis backs off. Although one player's not gonna get away. Config surely gonna go down. Farlig, gotta be careful with that op. Simple's gonna come hunting. Little jiggle peek and a tap. The bullet goes upwards, and he's still trying to bait out the shot to hunt this down. Farlig is playing a dangerous game because a second player is gonna come join up, but Simple calls the hunt off. So 4-0 for NaVi on the T side of Nuke.
Trying desperately, as we saw the M4s silenced, prevailing in this situation, but not long enough, as NaVi able to make amends with the round and the losses to pull it back. We'll have Boomich on an AK, everyone on an AK, in fact, except for Bit, who's carried over one of the M4s, so the only AWP is farlig. Swearing through the door, nothing earned from that, other than the fact that the door has now been removed. Has to be the most abused door in CS, more so even than that of the one on Cash when it used to be there.
Door's got a long, storied history.
Yeah, absolutely. Can the new Cash door be blown apart? The old one couldn't be.
I believe so.
Yeah, I haven't played the new Cash very much. I mean, I have, but I just haven't played it enough to notice those details. I haven't done an actual 5v5 on it. A lot of deathmatch.
Smoke down for blameF. This round's a little bit more calm and cautious approach from NaVi. Simple not just forcing his way into an entry kill towards ramp room, so a bit more standard. They know the ops in play. They know Farlig saved it. Flashbang is out, but actually it doesn't bounce into his eyes. Perfecto goes down. Zip is here for support, and so is blameF. NaVi get red, and they get shut down.
Electronics swinging around as Glaive meets him and greets him at the door. Not exactly the greeting he was anticipating. He's not welcome inside. Made the journey for nothing. Simple might have something to say about that, though. He's gonna barge his way in. No, he's not. Glaive turns around and shuts him out as well. So ends in the round going to Astralis. They're first in the game, and they do it rather efficiently, which is important because they're still not really established an economy on either side. There is certainly a buy for NaVi this time, but a chance for perhaps Astralis to break that down.
Oh, good standard shot from Farlig. Nice to see Astralis get on the board in such convincing fashion, keeping 4 players alive. Build up a little bit of money, a little bit of grace. Grace that they didn't get on Ancient. Zipix heading towards ramp room, config and Glaive upper, blameF and Farlig outside. Farlig's gonna get aggressive. It's been talked about a number of times. A way more aggressive mindset and how he wants to play Farlig than some of his predecessors. Gets the one. Oh, and Simple couldn't land the headshot as him jumping over. They don't want to let him get away, though. Electronic eventually does trade it back, but he made it costly. Took down 2 with him. Oh, wow. That came out of nowhere. Wow. Bit coming out of hut. He's got 2 entries. Upper bomb site is open for the taking, but Bit's got to hold on a little bit longer because Perfecto had to walk all the way back to get the bomb.
Bit's trying to run away from the flash. Can't do it. Zipix with the kill. Contribution, he's up to 2, and it's Perfecto that has 2 to find in the round. That's what he's got total so far. He needs to double his totals.
That should tell. That tells Perfecto where both of them are, though, right? The pop flash coming out lets him know one is back towards CT spawn, one was up to get activated by that flashbang, so bail down to the lower bomb site. Now, the only thing that they really have to worry about, blameF, just try your best. Don't have to necessarily commit to the fight, but try and keep him cordoned behind the silo. Try and keep him frozen here, scared of making his exit because his teammate's coming ever closer, but he just straight up wins it anyways.
Yeah, good call on that. You absolutely nailed that because he knew where they were. Even though they get downstairs, they just want to keep him in position. And communicating well. It's just a great shot from blameF. They'll go back and grab some utility, make sure they've got the rifles they want, and we've got a second round for Astralis.
Yeah, second round for but no big deal.
First time they've had back-to-back rounds this entire series.
Yeah, good point. Welcome, Astralis. We're here, we've arrived. Boomich getting caught fumbling with his nades. Early retake, pop flash catches Bit off guard. Would be interesting. I don't think there's any way. It's kind of I don't want to say, actually, unfortunate isn't the right word. I'm not really sure what the right word for it is, but you know, Bit gets those 2 kills in the upper bomb site when you don't really expect to get the double entry kills like that. Yeah, the bomb's obviously far away, so it does put like it's great. Obviously, you're going to take it every single time, but it does put some awkward pressure on him in the 2v2 to have to hold on to that site and kind of stand tall and well overexposed for that kind of a flashbang, as Bit has to spend time picking up the bomb and cautiously coming back to help out. Timeout taken. Ave being very vocal with Astralis. Blade studying his notes. I asked him about that. I asked him what was on those papers.
Yeah, and what did he say?
Notes. I said thanks.
Oh, well.
Mystery solved.
You're welcome. Yeah, absolutely. So it's not a copy of Dune.
It is not a copy of Dune. Or its sequels. It's tome-like sequels. Simple up top with the scout. On top of Twinkie. There goes Bit right through the smoke. Config spamming to make sure no one could get down or do his best to stop someone from getting down the vent, and he's done just that. 4 on 5 in the favor of Astralis. Farlig's got the deep angle with the AWP. Hasn't spotted anything yet.
Still gonna hold it though. Might get a chance. Shoulder peeking seems to be the aim and intention. Nade at the ready as well. It isn't going to happen fast enough for us to sit around and watch it, because that's just boring. So let's go over and see what Simple's up to outside. Trying to fire inside of that annex position as well. Get a wall bang toward the entrance. Config's on the other side of it. It's Config that's actually gotten 1 kill. Electronic goes down, blameF to follow up. Simple falls down entirely, and we've got a 1-round game.
1-round game. Well done from Astralis. And this time as well, keeping plenty of players alive, so building that bank ever more. Looking much more comfortable here on Nuke.
And dead now, of course. Sibix with the kill on Perfecto. So yeah, getting a little bit more comfortable are Astralis. This, of course, is the map choice of NaVi this time around, so interesting to note that Astralis did very little on their own map choice.
Interesting to note, too, I believe earlier that the NA game that we had, the Complexity versus EG game, if EG had won that series, Astralis, I believe, would have been through to playoffs. The fact that Complexity actually took it means Complexity still has a low percentage chance, but they're still alive in the event, and Astralis still needs to qualify as well. So it puts a little bit more pressure on the Danish camp, but they're not thinking about that right now. Farlig makes his run over towards Secret. Last time he was aggressive, he had a double kill. That third smoke came in a little bit late, and Electronic was exposed far too long. Perfecto does find a response, a rebuttal, but so does Farlig.
blameF wanting to swing around this smoke, but there's no gap inside of it. He might just use it to be unpredictably in a new position when it does open up and give vision away. It should be now that he goes, because Simple got 1 kill on that, though. That's the problem. blameF wanted to catch him off, but Simple still strikes. And then, despite the blameF trades him, Bit was ready to strike back, so it could have been a much more efficient situation. Instead, though, falls to a 2-on-2. Farlig might give himself up, though. This could be okay. Yep, fine. Just totally fine. How about that for aggression, Maui Snake?
I cannot believe he hard cleared that. What a legend. Bit. 1 versus 2. Bomb in hand. Galil in hand as well. Glaive would be a great find to have. Put Farlig in an awkward situation with the AWP and half HP, but his headshot percentage is still there. Unfortunately, it's the Galil, not the AK-47, so it doesn't complete the kill, and that's got to be a little bit frustrating. 4-4. We're all tied up. Astralis in control of the game, in control of the economy, on a 4-round streak.
So Simple just, yeah, doing simple things. He was dead to rights. He was already low on HP. He was absolutely about to walk into the crossfire of blameF, and he still finds a kill.
Yeah, he really does. blameF was hiding. I believe he was worried, I think, about a pop flash with that smoke still up, still staying up a little bit longer. He didn't want there to be someone hiding in it, like exactly as Simple was, and a pop flash catch him. Good trades outside, though, for both teams. And a nice win in the 2v2 for Astralis. So back to pistols for NaVi. Farlig tagged up, but gets into safety. Ducks down into safety. Makes himself a small target.
Maui getting insecure on Twitter, defending himself already.
Yikes.
It's all right, he's very esports. Farlig clips Electronic, and the nade will follow up on to him, so he goes down outside pretty quickly. We've got a 4-4 game that's looking lovely now for Astralis as momentum builds. glaive swings both directions. Maybe this is a map we should have Katie in here for. This one's looking like it's going to go further already. Well, brought him in like he said, you know, thanks guys, just quick match, see you later. Simple.
He really earned his paycheck today.
Yeah, absolutely. Simple just absolutely smokes the head off of blameF, but that's the only kill so far for NaVi.
Well, now that he's gone, Astralis seem to be finding their groove and fighting back, so Cadian might really be the Astralis curse. 5-4. 1 round lead for the Danes. Guns being picked up, though, from NaVi, so back to their full buys. That nade, ooh, pretty far away from Electronic, but little enough health that it does its job. Timeout taken from NaVi. Second one. They'll go back to the notes. This time it's Blade being vocal. Making some adjustments.
Yes, notes. The notes.
It was funny.
Yeah, I mean, what else? What were you expecting? Well, it actually says at this point in the round, if we split 1v2, this guy's going to go here, and then, you know, he's not going to give the game up to you.
No, he told me a little bit more. It's nothing crazy. I just didn't want to, you know, talk about on broadcast too much.
Fair.
I'd rather make it a funny story.
Yeah. You'll never get that same sort of satisfaction again if you were to, you know, tell everyone what he told you. Nade to go to the door, that'll blow it out. Molotov goes through it, that'll cover off the main entrance. blameF through the smoke outside already, while partially blind, takes down Electronic, and he had support in that play because he's not alone in that position. Config there, Zipix behind, he can still throw support flashes. They aren't gonna get away from it very easily. I take that back, they've got to smoke down. They lose only one. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, but blameF now in an unorthodox position. Could have potentially been more, I think, if you're gonna throw that much at it.
Ooh, hiding here. Hiding here, blameF. Losing some patience, going for the... Oh, he's in trouble. He's in a whole lot of trouble. Backup coming. They want to fight to keep him alive. Simple, trying to pre-fire the angle. Oh, he runs out of bullets as well. Awkward battle. blameF's going to win it out. He can actually back away now if he wants. He's being cautious, jiggle peeking and pre-firing. He knows there's one more. And blameF is doing a great job of just being a force to be reckoned with outside. Bit, however, coming up from Secret. If Perfecto can hold on a little bit longer, Bit's gonna have a great backstab, but there's way too much aggression, way too much pressure. Here comes Bit. blameF spins and looks.
Where's he going? Okay. blameF to Bit. Zipix blinded and through the smoke. Shows off his telekinesis and game sense to get the kill.
Nice.
Maybe that's the problem. He's not challenged enough. That's why he didn't get enough kills on action. He needs to be blinded, smoked, standing in a Molotov.
Okay.
And
he rises to the occasion.
Exactly. He wouldn't be standing in the smoke and the Molotov because that's not possible, but he would shoot through the smoke while blinded, standing in the Molotov.
Yep. It's nice to see Astralis, after getting absolutely whooped on Ancient, to come back into this one and fight for presence outside and actually meet NaVi at the point of attack. And really being willing to battle. blameF, I think he's 1-2 and lost a single exchange to Electronic outside so far, so doing a pretty good job, all things considered. And that means there's no more outside presence and control for NaVi. It's all down to 4 players heading towards ramp room. Zipix. We'll see if your theory's correct.
Well, the Molotov's down, but it's not for him. Farlig's gonna rotate over. Zipix. Who's going where, boys? Sort it out. Zipix gonna stay up toward the highway position. They're gonna set up for a crossfire, so he'll bait them in. The big old fishing rod on Farlig. And I'm talking about his AWP, get your mind out of the gutter. Hits the shot on Simple, and actually Zipix gonna just push through. So getting a little bit aggressive on this. Thought maybe that they would try and allow him to get through, rather to try and counter that and push through. But Bit taking config is gonna allow some sense of entry toward the upper bomb site. Look at this though. Should be an easy free kill. At least one. Perfecto is going to be the victim. Sees the gun barrel. No mistake about it. And they follow that up with farlig to get bit through the wall.
Yeah, through the edge of the vent. farlig knows the possibility as blameF wraps around. Oh, he just drops.
Oh, that's so outrageous. Think he could still catch him off on this. No, he couldn't because he went to the hut instead. farlig turns back and nails it.
That's unfortunate timing in pretty much every single way for blameF.
Yep, that really is.
Nothing could have gone worse for blameF in that situation. 7-4, 3-round lead, 7 straight as well for Astralis. Awesome to see. 16 kills for blameF, flexing, which is also cool in its own way. Because remember, like when he was on the Complexity roster, when he was the juggernaut iteration of Complexity, Nuke was one of the maps where he was extremely good for the squad. Nice to see that standing true here on Astralis, at least in this match right now.
Glaive with a number of smokes in front of him, trying to find an angle. The one gap in the smoke, and that's where they meet, but Glaive gets the better of bit. blameF has to fade off inside of the entranceway. farlig. All right.
Challenge.
Where are those? This guy's worse than Lucky fans now, huh? Looking aggressive. No offense, Lucky, love you. But farlig looking pretty solid right now in this game.
Yeah. Cool to see. Like, and the whole conversation around farlig is that he likes to be a little bit more aggressive, and it's nice to see it coming to fruition here. Nice double kill. Also, that's the second time Bit has had that Galil. Is able to get a headshot, but can't actually complete the frag. Electronic in the door. Grabs one. 4 more to find. Bomb picked up. Minute left on the clock. Nice kill on top of Hut. Ooh, the follow-up would have been great. He actually brings blameF very low, 24 HP. But blameF himself gets up to 17 frags. 8-4, 8 straight.
Eight straight indeed. Love this through the smoke config, never even giving up consideration of the close right position. Electronic did all right there. That actually didn't look that bad from this perspective we saw. It was obviously a body shot, not a thing, so it didn't throw his aim off. But yeah, he did do damage. Got him down, I think, to 28 in the end. blameF outside to take the skylights out. We'll get ready with a Molotov. That goes toward the top of the hut.
Upper set piece coming in. Follow-up Molotov on top of the hut. Here we go. Molotov as well, though, right in the entrance of the hut, and that means nobody can get out. They're slowed down, which gives Glaive plenty of freedom and plenty of safety, although he's brought low. Now he's feeling the pressure. No one here to help him out just yet. Oh, Perfecto. That's so many bullets missed on a low HP player. That would have been a fantastic kill to have, because that would have kept the attention at the upper bomb site. Electronic on the lurk, transfers over, dink, but no kill. It's all on Simple. 1 versus 3 and 2 extremely low HP opponents.
Simple starting to get toward the ramp. Open the doors at control to give the sense of a possible different approach, and he actually called off Sipis, who was staring it down. Now, he was low HP. That's going to give away the game. You can see how tentative and slow they were clearing the back stairs, though, with those doors open. That gave him the time to isolate Sipix. Trajectory of the nade. Knows one at least was on the stairs, but he'll hear him running back. That's the low HP player. Simple's going to follow it. Oh, he's buying so much time for himself. Follows the footsteps away, knowing that they're going back down to the door. He's hit farlig, and he might not be done with this round yet. Simple with all 3, and it's the round to NaVi.
That's absolutely beautiful. You're exactly right. Just the broken window, the door opening, bought him time to get aggressive towards ramp room, finds that kill. Magnificent clutch from Simple. And boy, did they need it. That stops an 8-0 run for Astralis. Gets NaVi back on the board, finally, with their 5th round. One more great clutch. Even
this is so smart the whole way through. Like, that is so smart. Everything he did, just enough. Like, slows them down by opening the doors. Kills Ipix. Oh, you kind of want to throw a nade through and then run back down? Cool, I'll just follow you. That's so sick.
Even at the point he jumps into the window, there's barely any time left on the clock. Electronic not able to get anything done again, this time outside. Glaive finds him through the smoke. And blameF is going to take up that position of trying to harass and harangue the defense in the outer yard. Smoke starting to clear, and farlig's got him. Oh, just a half second late. 5 on 3.
You take a nade, you take the bomb. All right, sir. Simple's going to head over toward the ramp room, covers off the back box. We know that farlig has been there with the AWP, is there with the AWP, but could not collect the shot onto Simple.
Direct counter, Glaive drops the Molotov, drops the smoke. That's got to make NaVi very sad, extremely sad. They wanted to come outdoor, but there's no access, and config a Molotov in towards HUD as well. Astralis holding on to some utility. It's having great effect here to make sure NaVi can't get back into this round. They are locked out of the bomb site. They've used a smoke, they've used a Molotov. They now no longer have a smoke to use for Mini. So they got to get it done the hard way. One more Molotov towards the vent in case any defenders slid into that position during their absence. They know one position on top of HUD. That means Glaive and blameF can combine to be aggressive and double peek door. It's time to save. Save for the last round. Simple can drop one. 5 is doable, but this has not been a pretty half for NaVi in any way.
Simple waiting for them to come back up. You're right, it hasn't been an easy half at all. Simple's going to get 2 further kills, but really at this point, they're just to keep guns in the hands for his teammates. The money is dwindling. They have a little bit left to buy and pass that around. Spread the wealth. But yeah, Astralis looking a much, much better team this game. I mean, I know it's the CT side of Nuke, but even still, they've looked better in the duels. They're actually communicating and getting crossfires and trades. Looking pretty good. And they lost the pistol as well.
Yeah, I mean, this does, I mean, obviously, you really only have up to go after that Ancient, but this does look like a whole new team. Good stuff from Astralis. Electronic and opening kill, just bum rushing the upper bomb site. That, I think, is going to cause a decent amount of utility to be spent by the upper defenders, as they got to be worried that more is coming. But the rest of NaVi have slowed things down. Happy to just take the one-man advantage. Perfecto burns down to 50 HP. Minute and 25 seconds left on the clock.
farlig holding and staring down toward the main entrance. Into lobby, but no one there yet. NaVi just taking all the time available to them to reset outside. Good positioning from blameF to be forward, but it is very much an isolated position. There's no support for him. farlig does eventually get the kill he was looking for. Smokes it off as well. blameF, was he spotted? He absolutely was. boomich saw him transferring over and nails the shot. That'll force one player, at least from Astralis, to have to back off and consider that entrance position. Can't shrink the map nearly as much as they wanted to.
Perfecto and boomich with the 2 AK-47s. Bit still on that Galil, that poor Galil that has caused him so much suffering in this half. Perfecto's just waiting in lobby. Here comes the cross. No eyes on it. They've got to risk everything. farlig remaining aggressive, spots one. And Perfecto's gonna look for the push. He's gonna get it. Gun barrel shows. I don't think farlig realized that he was spotted out. 7 seconds left on the clock. Perfecto, he doesn't have to really move. He can just hold off on vent. He spots one more, goes for the fight. Bomb is being planted. Xipix is here quick, but his teammate is not. His teammate is far away, and that leaves Glaive in a 1 versus 2. Xipix thought maybe he had the time to push forward to stop the plant and just win the round outright by time. And that's left Glaive in a tough situation. Doors are open. He's been spotted out. boomich and Bit plenty of time to set up a crossfire that there's no way Glaive is going to be able to bust open. And he knows it. He's hoping for a mistake. He's hoping to draw someone out in the open, and it's just not going to happen. boomich is going to get the final kill, and NaVi have a tough time in the middle portion of the half, but they managed to scrape together 6 rounds. Not bad. Headed to a break. We'll see if Astralis can continue the series or if NaVi is going to end it.
Hello and welcome back. I'm going to go over the key tendencies and strategies that can be found preparing against NaVi's Nuke. Starting off on the T side, we first want to look at the We should be looking out for Electronic to be the dedicated outside player and Bit to be the dedicated lobby player. The first thing to watch out for is NaVi's fast upper hit through door. This involves flashes from Perfecto that land at the upper site, while 3 people rush out through the door throwing molotovs and flashes at Mini. The utility will push back any CTs that
Well, we get back into it. Different situation this time around than what we had on Action. Very one-sided map that was. This is Astralis in the lead, 9-6. Nice to see. They've got a little life in this series. Not what we would have hoped for. We would have liked to have seen a grueling affair on Action, given that that was their pick. And I think as many people would have suspected, the key to the series for them. But maybe they've got other ideas. Inferno's the third map if required.
Ooh.
We'll find out if we get there or not in a little bit of time. First and foremost, let's get through the pistol. Simple making contact. P2000 for Simple outside.
Yeah, and dualies for boomich.
All right, you calm down.
Oh, Perfecto feels the pressure under heaven. Trying to get a nice clean headshot. Not happening just yet. There's Simple. There's the P2K. Coming out with a headshot on the config. Glaive is going to cross, but what is he? Electronic was hiding in secret the whole time, and this split, this attempt to get down to the lower bomb site from 2 or 3 different locations just is not panning out. farlig, blameF, and Zip to try and recover the round in a 3 versus 5.
Zipic's trying to get an opening somewhere. Get some information. Big garage, he's aware Simple's there, where's bombs over there, where he's got problems. Perfecto takes out farlig, and Zipic's fell to Simple in the exact timing that went down, so it's all on to blameF. And I think NaVi is about to take their second pistol in this map, which is the interesting aspect.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Both pistols now go in the way of NaVi. Obviously, Astralis kind of beat up on him a little bit in that first half with 8 rounds in a row in the middle portions of it, from rounds 5 to 12. And blameF, nothing really left to do but go find a way to die, because there's 3 players ready to pounce. And indeed, they all swarm afterwards.
I feel like the dualies would be better instead of like cocking to your elbow and holding them at hip level with the accuracy. You should have them both out in front of you, your hands sideways like a gangster.
Okay, or like Nicolas Cage in Face Off. Castor Troy.
That is literally the worst movie in the entire world.
It's so good.
It's so bad.
You're just not a man of culture is what it is.
Dude, I went back and was like, I'm going to watch this again after so many years. And at like 20 minutes into the plane, I wanted to vomit and I turned it off.
How can you not appreciate that movie for the masterpiece that it is?
It's so bad. Please, children, if you've never watched it, don't. You will waste that amount of time of your life. And I couldn't wish that upon anyone.
That movie is the pinnacle of Nicolas Cage's career.
Yeah, well, that sucks because it seems like he had a pretty shitty career then, didn't it? Look at this stack as they wait for them to try and push. Why not?
He bought 11 castles, Matt. He did not have a bad career. Maybe bad investment advice.
Astralis just trying to keep the camaraderie high right now, trying to bait them in.
Yeah, it's hoping for some. You're hoping that someone's gonna push up into it and just see if you get see if you can get a kill. You know it's very unlikely, but maybe.
I'll send Glaive to make some noise elsewhere just in case. That will encourage them to push outside. I would say Gone in 60 Seconds is Nicolas Cage's best.
That's a good shout. Gone in 60 Seconds is pretty legit.
And then you've got Face Off and Hellboy.
Nicolas Cage was in Hellboy?
What's the one with the motorbike that he rides and his head's on fire?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
That was atrocious.
Whatever. Yeah.
All right, Bit. Holding a nade out. It's going to go a little deep. Decent. Actually, really good nice damage on the farlig and Zipix. blameF brought down to 80s. Everyone softened up. Simple is here for the lineup. The transfer over as Glaive jumps across. Simple has to do a little bit of skeet shooting. Config, the last one left with just a Glock, and Simple's at 23 HP. He's not even going to risk the rifle. His teammate will take care of it. So 4 frags for Simple. No ace, and NaVi is within 1.
Yep, back into it just like that by way of pistol. They won 4 straight in the first half, just to note with that pistol round, and then it was only until rounds 13 and 15 that they won the next ones that they did. So they'll try and at least do that this half, and probably hope to go a little better. Tomorrow, remember, all 3 matchups happen at the exact same time, Jason. The reason for that is in a round robin, there is win conditions and lose conditions that therefore could determine who goes through. It may not even determine your own fate, but you could then influence the bracket based on who you want to go through, and they don't want anyone to have that sort of control, so everyone plays at the same time and don't know the results from one another. So, yeah, tomorrow night's matchup at the same time slot as this one is now, just so you know. It's the 19:30 CET start. I'm sure they'll tell you all about it on the desk.
Yeah. Get the next day's schedule up there. Ooh, over the top. That's going to activate Electronic, who's close up. That wasn't nearly as effective as it felt like it was going to be. That's actually a pretty cool setup to do with that position from Simple. Unfortunately, an early dink onto Electronic means he wants to back away, a little bit scared. Bit's going to chuck out a flashbang and just back down. He's only got an SMG. He can feel the pressure coming. He wants nothing to do with it, so we'll call it out to the squad and play the round safe. I think Perfecto might have spotted like a toe last second. But look at what he's considering. He's got to watch 2 different things. They don't have anyone outside. He's so paranoid at the moment.
Flash goes in toward blameF. Goes too deep, though. They're going to push this? I don't think so. Nuh-uh. blameF with the kill. Perfecto, the next in line. He's going to smoke that position, swing. Smoke already blooming. You can hear the footsteps going backwards. Sprays, but can't find. Needs to get the reload. It doesn't even matter. They're going to swing in from Squeaky instead, completely surrounding the site. The bomb to go down, and I think this is a double-digit scoreline. 10-8 for favor of Astralis.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. 2-round lead for Astralis. They get their first gun round on the board. There's money for NaVi to play with in the next round, so we're going to see another buy come in, especially if Simple and Bit can hang on to these weapons. I don't see any reason why Astralis would want to go for the hunt whatsoever. So, Nuke is at least interesting. Astralis was Ancient was a smashing, but this map now, a close affair where Navi's going to have a little bit of a comeback, and we saw them kind of put in some pressure situations on certain maps throughout this group stage before boomich joined. Another comeback is going to be in the cards for NaVi if they want to close out the series in 2.
Yeah, absolutely. So at least getting a bit of a challenge from this game. Of course, they have the heroic matchup, as we mentioned with Katie and on the broadcast in the previous map. Tomorrow, that is their head-to-head. And that'll be a banger of a match, I'm sure. The other matches, just note, Astralis will play Complexity and EG will play the Go. Bit already at the doorway. Glaive's already out. They're going, and boomich is not aware or ready. Couldn't decide which way to look. Perfecto only with 1. Xyp9x has the other, but Perfecto steps up. The M4A4. Happy to have those extra bullets, perhaps, as they try to run him down, but Xyp9x does sneak in behind and manages the kill. Simple. My goodness, stuck inside a mini, no escape now, locked against the wall. They'll take him out of the rounds, and a round indeed. Astralis looking like they're going to make this 11-8.
Yeah, and at least this time as well, they're taking all the weapons away from NaVi, so no chance for anyone to be able to drop rifles over and force out some kind of a buy. Bit just flirting with the idea. I'm gonna back off. blameF looking to cut him off from retreat, but Bit's heading towards ramp room. 3-round lead now, yeah, and economic control as well. And I mean, remember on Ancient too, it was like crazy recoveries from guys like Simple and guys like Electronic. Simple with some timely triple kills. They won a 2v5. Every time Astralis got an advantage, someone was in a perfect position to take it away from them. Here, it's a little bit more quiet from the NaVi guys on an individual level. I mean, Simple's still playing very well, but there's no incredible heroics. And actually, when I say Simple's playing very well, he's got 23 kills. His next closest teammate has 9. That's boomich.
Yeah, that's almost config levels of Astralis on Ancient.
Yep, so Simple's kind of in hard carry mode and trying to keep his team in this game while the rest of his mates wake up and show up for the fight. Doing his best. But while this is happening, while the other 4 have been lulled to sleep, Astralis is taking a commanding lead. Commanding lead.
Drop down. No, he saw the foot. Yeah, blameF saw it. So blameF has been spotted. Okay, he has, in turn, blameF been spotted by Electronic, and that is a lovely deagle shot.
I'll see your spot and I'll raise you. A deagle headshot.
I like to put an E on the end of it, pronounce it degal. I think it sounds pretty cool.
It doesn't.
It's a Joe Dirt reference.
Okay. Don't ever try and tell me Face Off's a bad movie right before a Joe Dirt reference.
Joe Dirt is a way better movie than
Simple.
Face Off. I was even about to say that to you, okay?
Is just
I would rather
chilling.
carry around a giant space turd than watch Face Off.
Perfecto in the upper bomb site. blameF is rotating back. Simple still alive. He knows one made it down already. Config looking for someone he can battle. Unfortunately, they don't even really need to deal with Simple. They can just leave him parked there behind the box. They're planning at the upper site. blameF is rotating up secret. This round should be done and dusted. I think blameF is trying to go for the AK-47. Oh, interesting. If he can get this kill, they might actually be pulled into this retake. They might actually be able to do this. Oh, that's unfortunate. Needed one more bullet because Simple was coming in on the flank with an AK-47. That would have been very, very interesting if this had turned into a 2-on-2 because there's plenty of time left in the bomb.
And he will work back toward the T-spawn to save the weapon. We're going to have 12 now for Astralis. This isn't looking good if you're NaVi. After the way the last map went, thought this would be a walk in the park. Not the first time in this group that they've dominated the opening game and then struggled in the second. You go back to day one, the huge amount of overtimes against AGO.
Yeah.
After beating them 16-1. The day after, against Complexity, they played a huge opening game and then still struggled to close that one out as well.
Alrighty then, both teams looking to take their opponent's map pick. Astralis has got out to a big lead, but they've done it off the back of a few rounds like this of unarmored pistols. NaVi's going to get back to the buy right now. They've been able to handle these rounds pretty well. Interestingly enough, Simple had the money for an AWP, but he's going to choose to keep the AK-47 he brought into this round. So all rifle setup for NaVi. But they need to get started right now. Blade having a chat. Reading from his notes. Here we go, round 21. Perfecto a little bit light on nades. Molotov smoke bit as well is just going to have the one smoke, and Simple the sole kit on the entire CT side. So keep your eyes on that. If there's a retake scenario, that's going to be the all-important kit that NaVi's going to have to keep track of. Electronic out in the open over the top, can't complete the kill, but he's done good damage on a Config. He's at least taken away the route that Config wanted to run.
Farlig looking for an angle outside. And Electronic is the one that would be on the receiving end of it as he tries to put himself back into a position of relevancy to watch the big red box. What's in the box? Nice nade Config. Tagged to 22.
That's a nice player to be forced to make passive just due to the damage that you've dealt to him. That's got to be comforting. Oh, good timing on the spam. Even getting some chip damage onto Farlig. There goes Config, finally cleaned up by Simple through the smoke. Yes, it is, and they need a lot more players to survive all the way through the round. That was one Simple might want to have back. Good shot from Farlig over the top, and blameF still waiting outside of lobby as well.
Yeah, Simple gave himself away on that one. Sprayed in and just above the smoke on top of the crate. Farlig was easily able to pick him off.
Astralis is going to have this round is tough. They've got 4 flashbangs and a Molotov. They don't have any smokes to help them really feel comfortable getting into the lower bomb site. So it's going to be difficult for them to break in. Even if they wanted to come back up secret to readjust to the upper bomb site, they don't really have anything to help them cross over. So blameF is going to have to be super impactful on this lurk. And Bit in the lower bomb site has got a kill. So does Electronic. Bit goes down. Farlig the last one remaining. It's 8 seconds left. The bomb will not get planted.
It was a good try, Jason.
No.
Covered your bases there. Will not get it. So 12-9, NaVi at least get one more back on the board. That is surprisingly their first since the pistol. I mentioned that they got 4 straight after pistol first half, and then it took them around 13-15. This time they only got 2, but they answer back sooner, so still a chance to claw back into this game. for Astralis, they look pretty solid. I mean, you had that run of 8 rounds in a row in the first half.
Yeah, 9 of 10 as well.
Exactly. I mean, it would be disappointing to let NaVi back into this. blameF doesn't want to give them any time for that. Flash came in late, but it works as glaive is the one to throw it. Xyp9x already has Perfecto, and Simple forced off the angle upper already with the AWP. Electronic completely locked out of the site. That was fast from Astralis.
Yeah, nice change of pace. And if they don't give any mistakes over early on after this bomb gets planted, I think Navi's going to want to call for the save perhaps, just because losing all this now would be brutal at this stage of the game. They need these weapons to fight for it. Good kill from Electronic. That might pull them forward, but he's, I think, too low HP. Yeah, NaVi finding some secure positions to keep these weapons in hand for round 23, but that's going to put Astralis on 13, inching closer to a third map, inching closer to Inferno.
Yeah, we are getting very close to Inferno now. And wouldn't that really just catch things on fire in the series? So, Xyp9x pretty solid this game. I know the memes were coming in thick and fast in Twitch chat last game, but looking much, much more the part of entry this time by. It's only 11 kills, but they're all pretty substantial.
4-round deficit for NaVi. Electronic outside, the only one. Simple up in heaven at the beginning, shifting between locations. He's the most mobile player on the defense, and Electronics have a late push outside. Ooh, he's giving up his position. Gotta get away, gotta get back, and he just makes it. Glaive couldn't get there in time. Config had to be cautious in case there was backup for Electronic. So no punish just yet. Now, they might think he went in towards Mini. Simple's actually gonna swap positions, or at least come outside to put that op in position to help out.
Simple still searching for an opening. So considering the fast pace of the last round, we're down to a minute this time, and there's been no damage dealt either. Well, I'd take it back. Xyp9x is 97. All right, but you get my point. There's been no damage dealt either direction. farlig as well.
One of the things that made the first half so difficult for NaVi was the fact that Astralis was able to hold on to some Molotovs to stop these kinds of late-round executes, mid- and late-round executes that were coming in. NaVi don't have that luxury just by virtue of the fact that their economy is crap. It's been beaten up, it's been busted a number of times from Astralis, so they're still trying to get into some comfort so that they can have all those tools to keep themselves alive in these CT rounds.
blameF trying to find that angle. Smoke to go cover the main entrance. They'll drop a Molotov back down on top of the hut as well. blameF's going to win Electronics battle as he's forced out of position, forced out of the corner. Perfecto! He's only got one. He can only look one direction at a time, and they come around from both sides. Simple on the flank. They know he's here, though, because he's already taken one shot. Bomb to be planted. Smoke goes out. He's unaware of the fact that they're staring him down from the box in the corner, and Config wins that. Astralis wins the round. We are 2 from the finish of this map.
Yeah, if you're going to win a round like that as Simple, you got to take a risk somewhere, and unfortunately, it was just the wrong one. Config lying in wait in the corner. It's an easy kill, and final timeout taken from NaVi. One last conversation with Blade to try and recover this. Now, I mean, look, this is still doable. Like, they're only 5 rounds away. They can easily close that gap pretty quick. The problem is just by eye test throughout this half. Astralis is getting the opening kills now. They're making good calls, good reads, playing strong Counter-Strike. They're not dropping the ball. They're not missing any details. So Astralis is just playing very, very well at the moment. And I think NaVi would love to have a reprieve where they maybe get to go up against pistols, half-buys. They're just far away from that point at the moment. Gotta be happy if you're glaive and Astralis. The kind of bounce back you're showing after getting wiped out of Ancient is admirable.
blameF. Glaive's already outside, that wall smoke down. He's going to try and pursue the position of Simple, who's on an AUG of all things, trying to use that outside position but very limited in his angles and range this time. blameF, cat and mouse, knows that he's likely there, and he wins the exchange. The slow fire rate of the AUG can be difficult, if not menacing, when you do not get the opening shot or the angle in the lineup you want. Down to 4 HP is blameF. He'll go back and flash Mini to support his teammates, but still holds the stairwell in case they want to go back that direction, because right now they're still splitting the map. They're actually going to try and pursue the ramp bit. Thinks and knows they could be going that direction. They could be wrapping outside. He's not wrong. Config's there, but that exposes the backside. blameF doesn't want to make noise, but wants to close that gap, so knife walks across the floor and an easy kill when he gets the catch at tap. See ya.
Yeah, Astralis is getting all the reads right now. This is great. This has been a good showing, except for that read. Good shot from Electronic from beneath. Config never expected it whatsoever. boomich is going to be down here. Great Molotov, but he's close enough to step in front. I think the tick of the Molotov might have given him away, but blameF couldn't control the recoil as he jumps through the window. 3 on 2, and Electronic goes down next. He was on point on Ancient. Here he's getting shut down. Zipix and farlig to defend. No kit. Here we go.
They ran a gun it as well. They actually checked it, but they saw and could not deliver. As farlig was able to isolate one, it's going to be map point for Astralis. A desperate attempt to get back inside of the site, you have to say, but man, oh man, this is looking really solid all of a sudden. Where did this come from?
Yeah, I mean, if you're NaVi as well, I mean, you're obviously gonna be a little bit bummed. Watching, I'm not super disappointed. They've made some of these rounds very close, but Astralis is playing really good in the late rounds. In some of these clutches situations in the second half, Astralis has just been on point in the 2-on-2s, 3-on-3s. Some nice calling as well coming out from blameF. What can you do? 6 rounds in a row NaVi needs to force overtime on map 2 to deny Inferno over to Astralis, or at least take us to overtime to potentially deny the map. blameF over the top, gets dinked up, playing a dangerous game, especially against that SMG, just chucking bullets into the smoke.
Simple, just waiting it out. Clever little angle, you have to say, to look into the lobby.
A tough angle with a FAMAS, though. Very tough angle, very narrow one, and obviously a headshot's not going to complete things. It's been spotted out. blameF calls out the boost, calls out 2 players in that position. 40 seconds on the clock now as boomich jumps up on Hut. All 5 players in lobby for Astralis.
Bouncing the utility off the walls through the door. Bit on his own has to drop away. Stay alive, stay efficient, and try and find a better angle. They know that he's doing so, and they're not actually going to go after it. They just want to force the CTs into uncomfortable positions. But uncomfortably, Perfecto has made his way into the lobby. 2 kills on the very powerful UMP. Oh. My goodness, blameF not easily able to walk through the door, though. The shot does come back. The problem now is that Simple's left on 24. Just enough time. That bomb is going to be planted, and farlig has 81. The new recruits versus the wily old fox, and Simple is rotating back around. He wants to get up above. He wants to go up the ladder to try and take this site back. farlig on top of the hut. How does he anticipate this? How does he get the read? Does he consider looking that direction at the right time? And Simple's arrived up top. Easy shot, surely. Easy indeed. Oh, he went for the spray rather than tap, but he'll get it. And we're not done yet. 15-10.
Another just brilliant mind game clutch from Simple. That's 2 in this map, but it's really not enough to keep them in it. That time, giving the footsteps away like he's flanking lobby. Plenty of time in the bomb timer for him to walk all the way back around towards heaven. And farlig, that's a tough one to read. You think Simple's just being patient, hoping you're going to peek, but completely new angle. He gets a freebie. So Simple with 2 magnificent clutches and 28 kills. He's doubled up his next closest teammate of Electronic with 14. On the other side of things, it's blameF continuing to have a good game. 24 and 14 for him, 20 kills on blameF. And NaVi looking for 5 more straight to take us to overtime.
Not out of the realm of possibility, but the unlikeliness is certainly apparent. Perfecto did a brilliant job of getting inside of the lobby after they tried to fake over toward the ramp.
Needed it as well. There were, at that point in the round, there were no kits and there was no utility on NaVi. multiple SMGs, and just Astralis trying to get a little bit creative with the timer running down. Didn't want to mess with any kind of defense that had rotated down low. They were hoping that they had pulled NaVi into an over-rotation to the lower bomb site that could take advantage of in upper, but not the case with Perfecto pushed into lobby.
Electronic up close. Watch that gun barrel. They're gonna run by him. So they haven't spotted him at all yet, and they're gonna think this is safe. This could be massive. That last player, farlig, had to fire at him. Now they know, and they're not gone yet.
It's a silencer, man. It's so strong.
Yeah, apparently he didn't call that out. That's ridiculous.
Well, it's hard to tell as that smoke's clearing where that's coming from. Maybe you're thinking you're just getting shot from credit, from blue box, from warehouse. It could have been anywhere in theory. So yeah, silencer does its job. A little bit of confusion on the Astralis side, and Electronic's able to get away with 2.
Oh, bit. Zipix had nowhere to hide. Just stuck against the wall. He'll get nailed to it, and it's all on blameF. Press F on Simple's head.
I don't really have any statistics or anything to back this up in this game, but one thing that I feel like, I don't know if my brain's just only noticing it when it's happening, but someone like Bit with like one of the super high headshot percentages, I feel like most of the time in the first half I saw him with the Galil. He's been playing with a lot of SMGs in the second half due to the economy situation for NaVi. Now he's got a FAMAS as well, and I want to be like, someone just give him like an AK-47.
Oh no, hang on.
Yep.
4 kills, all headshots, oh my god. blameF could have clutched out the game right there.
Yeah, he could have. Nice try from blameF. 15-11. And look, even like it's not going to feel great. 4 kills from blameF. You're keeping the money in such a weird spot. This has been a very tough half for NaVi on the CT side. They have not had a whole lot of resources. They have not had a whole lot of rounds that they've been able to play in a row where they've had everything they've wanted between nades, between an AWP, between M4s. It's been very scrappy buys with frequency for NaVi. Again, 3 SMGs. FAMAS on Bit.
Simple. MP9 to try and do any damage that he potentially can through the doorway. The long shot this time, not silenced. But straight as it takes out config, blameF will get the shot back onto him. blameF sneaking back through the lobby, trying not to give anything away as boomich gets close. And you're right, look at the damage that blameF did economically. It's just catastrophic for NaVi. They could have had a very efficient round there. Could have had all 5 staying alive. Well, 4 at least as the situation were, but...
Oh, no way. The hot hand contact play out. Squeak door. Perfecto's caught. boomich has control of Hut, though. But does that actually amount to anything? Can that actually pull them into a victory? Glaive... Oh, little one tap, but it's given away his position for Bit, and now he can toy with them. He has to delay as long as possible. Simple walking in has got 1. He's traded off immediately. It's all on Bit. He knows the position of Glaive. He knows where he was. Does Glaive play this? Ooh.
Do not get caught with a nade out at this point in time. Not when you know he's already gotten them for the tap with the P250. This is smart from Glaive. Took advantage of pushing him back in that corner, seeing that he was reloading runs, and he's picked up an MP9, which is absolutely deadly against Bit's 49 HP. Smoke's gonna try and cover. He's through it. He's heard, though, and Bit will keep this game alive. We go 15-12.
That took all 6 bullets left in the magazine for Bit to get that one. 1 shot missed, and it would have been the end of the map. 15-12. 3 more chances for Astralis to take us to map 3. And again, down to just 1 player surviving. It's just so brutal. Plants is going to help Astralis, though, put together a bit of a stronger buy. They did invest a little bit in the previous round to make sure they had some elements of danger. 1 for 1 outside to start the round. Awkward collection situation for Bit, but he handles it well.
Not done yet. Glaive trying to dig deep to get this one over the line. There will be better weaponry this time for NaVi. Presumably boomich will have a gun on the ground. We don't see it yet, but I'll update you in that as soon as he picks it up. MP9, interesting. Okay, so we had 4 grand, but they elect to bring out the greater utility. 2 kits in play. Perfecto and Bit. Electronic spamming the door. Simple's outside this time on the AWP. Jumps to see if anyone's on top of Silo. No one is yet. Corner smoke and deep onto Secret. We haven't seen him go that way in a while. But it's certainly going to force the rifle at Mini off that position. And Simple's going to rotate all the way back over toward Heaven so that he's got an elongated angle on this. So setting for an execution. 2 to bust out the hut.
No counter utility really for Navi to slow it down either. Electronic does have a smoke. He's playing behind the vent, so if he gets mollied off, or he could just put that down in front of the door. But nothing to make this all that disjointed. Here we go.
Perfecto's the one above, though. He gets only one. He looks straight down, but the flashes rain in front of his vision. It's Electronic that has to turn, swivel, and pivot on the site to find kills. He manages to do so. That lets Simple get farlig, and it's all on to Xyp9x. With 38 seconds, he finds himself in a 1-on-3 bomb nowhere near the site, as it is at least in his hands, but not near being planted, as he'll go back toward the door. blameF is the one that's watching it. Now he knows he's above. He'll stagger the peak. And without the rafters being playable on this side, hasn't been for quite some time, remember, it's more difficult for the Heaven to respond. So he's trying to isolate that shot before getting counter-peeked or getting doubled, but they're going to back off, so he has to go wide, and when he does, they greet him with a bullet.
Uh-oh. Defense starting to look strong. Defense starting to hold these bomb sites, and now they've got the money. Now they're flush with cash. They can rebuy all the Molotovs and all the smokes and all the nades. Gets harder for Astralis. They do have the full losing bonus. I think this is going to be a half buy of some sort. Armor, upgraded pistols, Tech 9s and Deagles, a little bit of light utility. And the final round will be a full buy, unless they can pull it off right here, right now. 15-13. NaVi has won 4 in a row. Simple on 30 kills. Outside with the AWP. Glaive in the smoke.
Electronic up to 18 as well. He's stepped up quite a lot. We'll see if he's got anything this time as well, playing inside of that smoke at Annex. Simple way off the angle as they've taken so much control with these smokes down. They're going to go into the garage now. Now that's interesting because the Tech 9s going to be very powerful against Electronic's position, but Simple with the op.
It's just one, and we've seen this T-half from Astralis. They've had a couple times where they've had some late flanks in. I'm actually surprised Glaive gave it up there, but he is causing chaos. He is causing some confusion in the defense and probably forcing out some rotations. Bit is peeled away from ramp room to help come deal with this. Oh, that's huge. That is so massive. Perfecto trades back, but Config with another one. And uh-oh, here we go. This is not good for NaVi.
Oh me, oh my. Simple removed. Config the follow-up. AWP in their hands. blameF has already gone running, trying to swarm this lower bomb site. And here comes the play. farlig trades again, but bomb dropped temporarily. blameF knows where it has gone down. They don't yet know where Config is coming with that AWP. And blameF not seeing anything once those doors shut, so he can make a play confidently on either side. Bomb will get safely put down on the site. This is difficult. This is desperate. Perfecto holds out on blameF, who gets aggressive. Second player spotted. And blameF just trying to keep himself in contention here, not to be isolated. farlig, he wants to play it on the door so that when it opens, blameF will be on the other side, but he gets the read instead. It's all down to that AWP that was picked up from Simple, and it's not going to get the kill. The defuse to come in. We have used all 30 rounds.
Crazy little retake. We said, well, I think this one got away with them. A few little mistakes there, I think, cost them dearly in a 3-on-2 post-plant situation. NaVi is still alive. However, that was just kind of the cherry on top for Astralis. That was a round that they weren't necessarily meant to win, but they still made it competitive. Now you get the real buy from Astralis. Now you get the AK-47s. You have farlig on the AWP. Both teams full utility. There's 3 kits on the NaVi side as well, so they're starting to feel pretty good. One final round. Overtime or map 3.
Inferno relation. NaVi going to be trying desperately to get this wrapped up as Electronic sits down below Config. He jumped in. There was a lot of utility. I don't think Electronic would have heard that. He is still playing a passive position, but he's got eyes in both directions because that squeaky doorway has certainly been a problem. They've got 3 down the stairs already.
Yeah, well, they got Simple down the stairs.
Flash over.
You've got 3. What do we have? Simple.
I don't think it is this simple. Is there, oh, okay, maybe it It is. They walked out, but that is a lovely shot to trade it back. Glaive with accuracy as ever. And now Config strikes dropping down. Electronic trades that. We sit to a 3-on-3, but blameF finds him and the bomb downstairs. Bit's gonna get caught out. He walked too far forward. And Inferno looking likely because Perfecto is far from the picture.
Yeah, he's way out of position, and you could see Astralis had so much space on the map. They had so many players in a perfect spot to cut off rotations towards Mini. Absolutely perfect. No one able to get down vents to help out, and they lose too many players. Perfecto, this would be something special. He has that kit, as we mentioned, but only the one flashbang. Turning the corner, looking for a mistake, looking to grab one.
They're not gonna peek.
Not this time. They learned their lesson in the previous round.
Quick peek, and down he goes, trying to break out the window. blameF confirms it. What a turnaround from Astralis, who were absolutely nowhere on map 1. But Jason, they've come back 16-14 on Nuke.
Yes, they do, and we've got Heku ready for the interview with the map 2 winners.
Heku.
Yeah, I will have Glaive right now here just in the moment.